All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Livewell this Tuesday night here at Fish, North Georgia. Hope you guys are doing well. And as you can see by the screen, I got a nice array of guests for you guys tonight for your enjoyment and your viewing pleasure. So we're going to be talking nighttime bass fishing, how we catch them, what we're doing. And you guys, of course, in the comment section, you know exactly what to do. Bring your questions and your comments and kind of help us figure this all out. End of the day, all we want to do is everybody catch more fish, right? So let me go ahead and take care of this real quick, and we're going to jump right into the talk, and I'll introduce everybody. Now, we've made it through the expos. Everything was fantastic at that outdoor expo. The next thing we got on our agenda right here is John Wilson's tournament, August 1st, Fishers of Hope. All right, that's at Lake Lanier, War Hill Boat Ramp, $100 entry fee, 3 fish limit, a lot of little ice rules and things like that. But again, what we're going to do is we're going to continue to, pour some love on John Wilson and to help him out during this time in his life. Hopefully he jumps on today. He had a very interesting day for sure. And I would rather him tell you about it in the comments section. But if you want to sign up for this, Tony Watkins, 706-897-7557. Ryan Sheffield, 706-429-2010. And now let's get to the crew here, guys. All right, so see you guys in the comments section. Here's our panel of experts. You're going to recognize 2 of them by their screen name, and then I'm going to introduce what we're going to say the newbie first. So up here in the right-hand corner is Fisher Lloyd. And Fisher, here's why Fisher is on here. I told Clint, I said, I want to do a nighttime bass fishing, and I want different guys on here. So I was scrolling through, and on the brag board, he had just fished a night tournament, was holding up a couple of nice, were they spots?
Yeah.
A couple of nice spots. And I said, you know what? I want to meet somebody. So Fisher, I reached out to him. He said, yeah, he would do it. Now, right beside Fisher is Mike Geiger. You may recognize him from his screen name. He's our North Carolina, just across the line, representative tonight, but he's always in the comment. Down below me, the ugly man right there, actually the good-looking fella, you guys know. This is Mr. Jeff Brazil, the Speed Demon. He's going to bring us a perspective from Pickwick, from over out yonder, Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama way. So we've got a good, array of people. And of course, Clint, in all his glorious, corporate, he's corporate tire today.
Yeah, underwear model.
Underwear model.
Oh God, I thought we were past that.
No, we're never going to be past that. Never going to be past that. So
it just came from the Gap shoot with my polo here.
There you go, right there. So real quick, Mr. Harrington right there says perfect timing. I've been thinking about taking my son night fishing. So we got the episode for you tonight. And again, this Fish North Georgia community is full of all kinds of people in all different areas, and we all fish a little differently. We fish a little same. And sometimes it's just good to get some, fresh ideas, some perspective, and of course to meet the guys that follow us. So I'm really going to enjoy this one. So hope all you guys are doing well. Clint, how do you think we should start this tonight? Because I got 1,000,001 questions.
I would say favorite night bait to get like you can only throw one bait at night. What's your go-to? I think that would be a good place to start.
All right, well, let's do this. Since this is Fisher's first time, you said you had never even watched the show before, have you?
I don't think so, no.
So we ain't going to hold that against you, but we're going to break you in good tonight right there. So, all right, you just heard Clint ask that question. What would you throw?
I'm going with topwater. Grass Lakes, probably buzzbait. Highland Reservoir, I'm probably throwing a walking bait.
Okay, now here's the way it works. We're going to ask you which ones you throwing. What walking bait are you throwing?
A lot of times, just the KVD Sexy Dogs. I've had a lot of luck on those over the years. It's grown on me. So.
Okay, there you go. All right,
nice.
Mike Geiger, what are you throwing at night? First bait.
Al, honestly, I'm probably going to drag a Texas rigged or a Tokyo rigged Zoom trick worm and green pumpkin purple.
There you go. Very specific. He knew exactly what he wanted. All right, Jeff.
We're going to hit the third piece. Spinnerbait. Big blade, big number 6 black nickel blade. My favorite one's black and purple with a black nickel number 6 blade. Hard to beat.
Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way because I knew big spinnerbait was going to come up tonight. Because when we're on Lake Lanier, that's all we ever talk about. How do you catch bass at night on Lake Lanier? Well, you just go throw your big old Colorado blade or something like that.
Yep,
And
big single blade.
yep. All right. So we're going to reverse course on this. And Clint asked that question. Now I'm going to ask you this. You kind of all threw out a kind of a color there. And you said on your spinnerbait, black and purple.
Black and purple, solid black, black and blue. It's dark. Regardless, it's dark.
Okay, that's my question. Do you think it really makes a difference at night? Because a lot of people got in their minds, hey, it's got to be dark, it's got to be black. And some people are like, well, the shad don't change color. So throw a shad pattern. So give me your
Well,
take on why you throw black.
it depends on light a lot. Ambient light, if you're fishing a bright moon, if you think about it fast, look up, they feed up. You got a bright moon above you. It's obviously like backlit when they're looking up. That black silhouette rolls across top of the water. If they're hungry, they're going to go get it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Real quick, Geiger, before I get to you, Fisher, Tammy Lloyd says hello. Who is Tammy Lloyd? Because I know she ain't never watched the show before.
That's my mama.
Hey, listen, for the rest of you guys, we got to be on our best behavior. we got a mama watching the show tonight, so there you go. All right, Mike, you said green pumpkin, purple.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're still kind of dark, but that's still kind of a neutral color. What do you think about color at night? Does it make a difference, or since you're throwing a worm and other guys are throwing different baits, is it bait dependent?
Well, I've usually got a little garlic crawfish scent on my worm, whether it be dipped with the dip or whether it's I can't think of the name of it right now, but some that you rub on stuff. I've done green pumpkin magic and green pumpkin purple at night, and that's been my thing. I've tried black. I've tried all kinds of different colors. And those two seem to be the best ones going for it. And I'll throw a Magnum trick worm too, get the little bigger profile on it too. So,
all right, fair enough. All right, Fisher, you said you're throwing a walking bait, top water bait, whatever it was. You said sexy shad or sexy dog or something like that. But is that your nighttime color, or does it even bother you what color it is?
If I'm throwing walking bait at night, I don't really differentiate between colors. I mean, my PB spot came off of a bone colored walking bait middle of the night, and so I don't really think that it matters. I think it's more of a presentation thing.
Okay, Clint, what about you, my man?
As far as bait at night, if I had to pick one,
how about bait and color? You asked the question, I'm asking both of them to you.
Yeah, I would go with the chartreuse and blue 6XD.
So you don't have to. So right now, Brazil's the only one going with the dark color, pretty much. I mean, Geiger's going with green pumpkin, but everybody else, it doesn't matter. Fair enough to say.
I mean, I want it to be chartreuse and blue, like bright.
But, okay, yeah. You're going with the bright color now. All right. So Patricia says Texas rig finesse. There you go. Here's another question for you guys. We'll start. Who'd we start off with on that one? Jeff? Well, hell, any of y'all can answer. I don't care what order we go. All right, let's quit. This ain't school. How do y'all think the full moon affects the night bite?
Or like moon phase type, I don't know about any of that, but I know on bright moon night, I've done the best. I've also done good sometimes with no moon, but it seems like when I've got a bright moon, I've done the best.
Okay. All right. Fisher, how about you?
My experience has really been the opposite for me, especially around the shad spawn time of the year. Seems the darker the better, more cloud coverage the better.
Okay, there you go. And all right, Mike, I know that might be past your bedtime. I'm just kidding. I know you fish night tournaments. How does the full moon affect your fishing?
It varies. It's been either or, both sometime, all the time. And I'll throw with the worm and stuff. I think the moon might affect it a little, makes it a little bit better with a bright moon, just a little, because the glitter in the worm, it'll catch a little bit of it. But since I have been known to switch off and throw buzz baits and spinner baits and even black and blue chatter baits at night and catch fish on them. During those, I think that lighter moon helps a lot. Gives you more of a silhouette to see, like Jeff was saying, because they're looking up to feed 90% of the time.
That's why I think I do better for the bright moon. On what I can see fish are a topwater bait. There's noise. That's an attractor. You know, of course, the spinnerbait's got vibration, but I'm really thinking of more sight, the bright moon, and my spinnerbait. Maybe why I do better with a spinnerbait on a brighter moon.
Okay. I mean, so, Clint, here's why I knew this was going to be interesting. And listen, you guys know how this works. Y'all can talk amongst yourselves, so you ain't necessarily got to talk to me and Clint. So you know you can ask that. So I appreciate you doing that, Jeff. But Clint, I kind of knew going in when I was like, I'm going to get these three guys, and they're all going to do something a little bit different because in reality, there is no right answer.
No, everybody fishes a little bit different, but that's the whole point, is like getting this different perspective. So instead of just having one guy on to talk at night fishing about doing it one way, we got all the ways, because there's plenty of ways to skin a cat when it comes to night fishing.
Absolutely. Now let me ask you this, Fisher. What lake? You were on Carter's the other night, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what other lakes do you fish at night?
Chickamauga. That's really about the only other lake that I'll get on at night. I do mostly kayak fishing, so.
Okay. All right, that's all right. You're part of the Tupperware gang. We like those guys here too, man. All right, nice. Geiger, just so everybody knows, you and I were talking a little bit beforehand. Where do you fish at night? Because you fish tournaments. You actually got some. You're all over the place, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mainly started out fishing Chattooga and Notley night tournaments several years ago with what you call the Best Friends tournament trail thing. Some good guys run it, and it was a good club. I fished it for probably 10 years till they more or less done away with it. Now I fish with the Northeast Georgia boys, and they fish. Our next two coming up is going to be Hartwell and Lanier. We have fished Burton. That's about it so far. There's some. Well, I fished Glenville up here too, but that's about it so far. But there's plenty that I want to fish. There's a lot of places I want to do night fishing because I this time of year from end of May, from the end of May till in middle of October, I'd much rather be on the lake at night fishing, especially on weekends than during the day because you're not getting beat to death. You kind of have. It's just a whole lot more peaceful. It's
cooler outside. It's kind of quiet, serene. It's kind of nice.
For sure. Yeah. All right, Mr. Pickwick. Is that about it? Is that
pretty much Pickwick?
Hey, that's all right though. I didn't realize that lake was so big. That's 43,000 acres.
It's pretty big. It can fish them all the time, but it's I don't know, 56 miles maybe from dam to dam. And there's a whole variety. We don't have grass anymore though. That's the only bad thing. But there's a lot of different ways to fish that lake. You get on the Alabama end and it's pretty much river. Current, always current. You get on my end, Tennessee, Mississippi end, it's more lake, but it's all at rock and docks, and but nighttime, it's cooler, but you would be surprised at the boat traffic you see at night.
I can believe it.
Nothing to be sitting in a cove fishing, nice and quiet, and you hear some music start up, and here comes a pontoon around the corner with 20 people on it, and here they're got them a load of Anheuser's with them, and I just pray they're not around when we go back in.
There you go. Yep. Yeah, I'm sitting there. You're saying that I'm envisioning Cletus cruising with his gal on a pontoon boat coming around the corner right there, just trying to fish. And
he'd probably pull up and jump in with me and fish for a while.
Yeah, heck yeah.
He would.
Me too.
Patricia said color does matter. There you go. What's up, Silver Punk? She likes the brass and glass. That makes perfect sense. I'm going to jump down a couple real quick. Colin says, night fishing. And that's because his ass is in bed at 8 o'clock every night. He's old, but he's younger than me, but he acts like he's 90 years old. I love you, James. You know it. But let's go to this one real quick. Will Perry. It's amazing how a bright moon reflects a giant breaking on the top of the water, and you can actually see the bass jumping. And that's true. That is true. I will tell you this: like I love going across the street here. I don't do it as much as I used to. Buzz bait at night. I'm buzz baiting at night all the way through there, and on a bright night, boom, they will. You can see that explosion. Uh, Cletus, if you can hear me, he must have got a call coming real quick. Zoom old monster 10-inch worm on a football head. That sounds like that's right up your alley, Geiger, right up there. And then Coleman's got a question for you guys. What are some of the things I should plan to have for night fishing that I wouldn't usually think about bringing during the day? So, Geiger, let's let you start on that one. What are some of the different things he might need at night that he doesn't normally use during the day?
Believe it or not, you better bring you a hoodie or something because it's been warm all day. You get out there about 10, 11 o'clock, maybe late around 12. It's going to turn off chilly, and you're going to wish you had a little bit of something to help.
Especially when a little bit of that dew starts getting on you.
Yeah,
Yep, that's right.
Sure. Let's see. There we go. Clint will come back on here in a second. Now, that's true. That's true. And I don't think a lot, and even during the day, and I mentioned this on the show a couple of weeks ago, there's cases of mild hypothermia in the middle of summer when it's been 90-something degrees and you get a big thunderstorm come over and you get soaking wet and that temp drops to even in the 70s because your body's trying to react. It gets cold for sure, but that's good clothes. All right. What about you, Fisher? What's something you and you bring a kayak perspective as well. So what are some of the things when you're on a boat at night that you bring that you don't normally use during the day?
Definitely extra batteries. Nothing scares me more than the thought of being stranded out there in the middle of the night when nobody else is out there, especially on, say, Carter's Lake. I mean, we don't get very much boat traffic at night. So, and when I say batteries, I mean batteries for trolling motor, for remote, everything, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong out there on the water, and it's just best to go ahead and be prepared for something to go wrong.
Yeah, I agree with that. And Carter's is the darkest lake at night that you're going to find around here. That is, I mean, there's no boat ramps, no houses on it. So, yeah, an extra little flashlight, I'm sure, would be good, or headlamp.
Headlamp.
Yeah,
That's
headlamp.
what I would say.
You going to say a headlamp?
Yeah, a good headlamp. That's nothing
Always.
worse to be out there and your flashlight starts going out, or it does, nobody's. A lot of people don't carry these high dollar flashlights, not like I do, but you get the old regular old flashlight hardware store. It's around the house for 6 months. You decide to go night fishing, get out there and turn it on, and just watch it go.
Yeah, get you about a minute worth of light, right?
Good headlamp too. It's nice to be able to do things. Headlamp on, I can do whatever, and hands free, work on the stuff.
And I prefer.
It sucks trying to retire a drop shot at night.
I prefer one that's got a green light on it too because it helps keep the daggone bugs away from you. You turn that white light on and they will try to eat you alive.
See, there you go, guys. And everything they're saying makes sense. Now, do any of you guys mess with the black lights at night? Because I know old Father Time's got some black lights on his boat at night so that when he's throwing on.
I used to. Of course, back in the day when I was young, what line did everybody use? Clear blue strand fluorescent line.
Yep.
And it would look like a deadgum cable going off in the water with them black lights. Well, nowadays I use moss green P line, things like that, and it don't glow with the black light. So I just kind of want to. I still got them. Stan Sloan black lights. I still got them. They're probably. Well, I'm 52. They're not quite as old as I am, but they're pretty old.
There you go. Well, okay, that's true. Geiger, I saw you shaking your head up there a little bit. You using black lights?
I don't do black lights. That's on. Now, I do have lights all the way around my boat that in the rub rail, and they're white. And that's strictly, I've heard people say that they don't like any kind of light and that the lights makes a difference, but I've found it to me, I don't think the light makes a difference because I can get bit with or without a light. But I use the light to keep me from hitting them trees and them docks and hitting things that I ain't supposed to, or trees, especially the trees when they're overhanging.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And real quick, Fisher, I want to put this out. Those of you watching on TikTok, for some reason, it's not letting me see the comments. So if you're saying stuff I can't see it, you might want to hop over here to YouTube if you want to make a comment and get it to where I can see it. So, all right, Fisher, how old are you, dude? And he's froze
22.
up. All right, 22. All right, so good. We got old, older, and young
Young.
right there. Yeah. So let me pull Cletus back into this conversation real quick. Where the hell did you go, dude?
I got the bubble guts, and I had no choice but to take care of it. To be honest,
Must say hamburger helper earlier.
Well, you know what?
I knew I shouldn't have put. She was like, I know I eat super plain stuff, and so I was gonna just put chicken and cheese in the old quesadilla. And she's like, I just made this elote dip. Do you want to like put it on the quesadilla? And I'm like, sure. And nope, corn and beans.
We
Got me.
call that getting the nervous running fits.
Good
yeah.
Lord. But you know what? Of all the podcasts out there, Lord knows, everybody knows on this one. If you got to go, you got the screaming memes and you got to go to the bathroom. This is the one that we ain't going to hold it against you for sure. So, 100%. So, and that, hey, listen, that goes for you guests too. You got to go. You got to go. Get up and go.
Yeah.
You ain't
That's
gonna
why
have
I
to
just.
hurry. Well, I thought
we can dip
I
on
thought-
here too.
Yeah. So absolutely you can. All right, Fisher. Listen, we're trying. Well, if your mama's still watching, go ahead and we'll apologize. We're trying not to corrupt you, young man. But it might happen. That's what we do. We're good guys, but we're heathens. Now, let me ask you this: you're 22. Have you ever used the black light in your life fishing? Because it's kind of an old thing. It's an old man thing.
I remember, so growing up, we would do a lot of crappie fishing on Chickamauga.
Mhm.
And me and Dad would go tie off at the bridge at Wolf Teever and have them out, have black lights out, green lights out, fishing the bridges for crappie, but bass.
Okay, but he has done it. So there you go. Sometimes do you know what a cassette is? Like, have you ever listened to music on an 8-track or a cassette?
I have, yeah.
Okay, all right. You're one of the few, because a lot of them your age you go like, what?
What?
Yeah, what? All right, Will Perry, real quick. I fished 7 full moons at night in a row and absolutely love watching a giant break in the water for sure. Let's see. Colin says, yeah, bug spray, Coleman, bug spray. And that goes with what Geiger was saying for sure. And listen, did you see this? Can you see the comments, you guys? Or is it just me and Clint? Like, if I don't pull it up, okay, but you can't see the chat.
No, I can't see the chat.
All right, good, because I saw this going down. This is why Jeff needs that Allison. Why you got to be so fast? I guess running from the bugs and all that kind of stuff for sure.
Can't run it hard at night.
No, and listen, one of these days I'm gonna get it. Will it really do 100?
Yeah, I'll do 100.
What's it feel like to go 100 miles an hour in a bass boat?
It's quite different. That boat's not for a beginner. No way, shape, or form. That thing will hurt. That thing will kill you.
Oh, no doubt. Geiger, what's the fastest you ever been in a boat?
I've had my blazer up to 65 so far.
Okay, there you go. Fair enough. Fisher?
Touching 70, and that was plenty for me.
Yeah. Cletus?
82 with Mike Iaconelli.
82 with Ike. All right, there. All right.
I saw Ike in 2022 when they were at Pickwick, and I pulled in a pocket where he was fishing, and that's back. Now I've got a 250 Optimax. Back then I had a 225 Pro Max on it, had an offshore midsection on it, and when I fired that thing off, he almost had a fit, and he called me the next day and wanted to talk about my boat, how it sounded and all that. He liked it.
There you go.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. All right, but Jeff, what is the absolute fastest that you have been? Not in your boat or any boat, bass boat.
Oh God, my buddy Todd's a boat, 118 in that range, and we had I take a step back. We're about 112 in his, and his dad had a little XP 2002 Allison, which is a fishing boat. He actually had the first 2002 that had working live wells in it, 1987 model. And me and Mr. Tom, now this is the guys with Hydromotive Engineering prop builders up in Cleveland, Ohio. Me and Mr. Tom ran 118 miles an hour, and he slowed down, looked back, and of course, our boat, my pastor sits directly behind me, sit in the center of the boat. he kind of leaned over his shoulder and said, "Something's wrong. Something doesn't feel right." So you don't take chances at any of them speeds. So we pull back to the beach and get out and go back there and start looking. And one ear of the prop was completely bent over the edge of it, the end of it, like you rolled it over a lead pencil, just curled over at 118. And he felt that. And so I mean, who knows where we could have went? That boat would run 130 with no problem if you wanted to.
Now you talking about having to go to the bathroom, Clint?
But these are not.
Talking about skint back,
You
son.
you don't move around. You don't. I mean, and we're not talking about running 118 for 5 miles. We're talking about making a good pass down the river and get it up there. And then, but the thing with these boats, you got to have room to slow it down too.
Oh yeah, they got brakes.
Mine especially. That Optimax has a non-ratcheting gear case on it, the 3 liters. I don't know why Mercury went away from that, but if you let off mine too fast, it's like hitting brakes.
Wow.
The prop is turning whatever the RPM that motor's turning. The old 2.5 stuff, the ratcheting prop, you can put those in gear. Just say you had on tape, you can put it in gear. You can go back there and turn the prop, and you'll hear it clicking, click, 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 click. Mine don't do that. So you let off of mine too fast, it's like hitting the brakes. The nose will dive, the keel will dig in, that boat will go that way, and you will go that way.
Yeah, I can see my fat ass just bouncing across the top of the water like.
That's what happened, and that's what
Look
I
like a quickie skipping up under a dock.
Yeah.
I'm all
That's why
tangled.
I say these are not beginner boats. I mean, you got to know those things, and you got to know what you're feeling. And I mean, I get in it and drive it, and it's nothing. Some people get in my boat and get it up to about 60 miles an hour when it starts getting up on the pad. That boat will start rocking side to side, and they just can't control it.
Yeah, well, I get it.
But that Blazer's got a little bit of you got to have a little driving input in the Blazer too.
That Blazer gets up there like that, and it gets like starts that chine walking, and it's hard to handle sometimes.
Yeah, if you don't know.
See, that's why I love my boat, because I can take the hands off the steering wheel at 65, and I'm just sitting there like this at 65. I don't go any faster than that, but.
And Fisher was like, I'm in a kayak, dude. Guys, I'm taking it easy. He ain't got to worry. I mean, yeah, that's insane, dude.
My boat very rarely sees 80.
But
it just don't. It's got it if I ever want it, but every now and then I'll run it up mid to upper 80s, and usually there's another boat coming or something awake or something. I've got to slow it. It's not worth it either, especially with somebody in the back seat. It's not worth it to be trying to run something like that and run it hard, and you come around a corner and hit some boat wakes.
Yeah.
You better have your jewels screwed on tight. All I can tell you.
Well, I can tell you they'd already be tight just being in the boat.
It can get ugly, and it can get ugly quick. And that I wouldn't feel good about doing that with the faster. Something happens and somebody gets hurt, because I know people that's been hurt doing it.
Yeah, for sure. That's insane, though. But I bet it's a hell of a rush. I bet it is.
You don't fish the same spots for long. If you get there and nothing's there, it's easy to just get up and go to the next spot because it's so fun to drive.
Ooh, oh my goodness! All right, I'm way behind in the comment section, so let me try to catch up.
Yeah,
all right. No. That's why you're here to talk. So I enjoy it. Black and blue purple jig on rock walls on Allatoona works very well for me. Most bites seem to come about 3 hours into it being dark. That's old Doug with G4 Outdoors. All right. Will says they killed the grass on Kentucky Lake, and I am still mad about it.
That's my world. Pick quick.
Yeah, it seems like that's the thing going on. D-Daddy Fishing. I like the name right there. I fish at night all year long. And that was a question I'm going to have here in a little bit. I prefer closer to a full moon, but it works for me. I can pull up to the first dock light and tell you how good the fishing will be. There you go. Well, if you're doing it all year long, you ought to have the feel and the lay of the land for sure. I've got a pair of gloves with LED lights that helps me grab a fish or tie a knot, says Will Perryman. Kent says moon glow, and I still only use string. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. There you go, like that. Let's see. Trolling Motor's really loud at night, trying to catch up. Mike says only on North Georgia. That's right. You know how it is, dude. 100%. Long sleeves are a must at night. There you go. Randy Callahan for sure. No Nats bug spray, Silver Punk says. Or Kevin Gray, however you want to address him right there. Mid 70s is fast. 100 is flying. Yeah, for sure. Face masks and helmets. for sure. And then Bottom Line Outdoor says my bullet, the fastest I pushed it was 75. I haven't pushed it full throttle. And there we have caught up on the comments. Now here's a question that it's just we talk fishing at night during the summer for obvious reasons, traffic, it's a little cooler and all that. But we don't talk about fishing at night any other time of the year for whatever reason it is. Do you guys ever fish at night? Let's say between May and September, I think is about the normal time we talk about it. So from September on back to May, do y'all ever fish at night?
100%.
Yeah, so in the fall sometimes.
But are you okay? All right. What about you, Fisher?
Not hardly, no.
Okay, fair enough.
May to September is usually about the span, yeah.
Pretty good. All right. What about you, Mike?
October, November is usually the latest for me, and the earliest is I have been out there in March. Yeah, March sometimes, but it's very few and far between.
Okay, I'm gonna get
when that water gets cold.
Yeah,
You never know. I know people that got in the water on accident.
Oh yeah, I get that. That's something to consider.
Yeah, a lot of them clothes on cold water.
Yeah. All right, Cletus, I'm gonna ask you to elaborate, but I want to read this one from Texana Tackle. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Thermocell beat bug spray for sure. Yeah, you got to have it, and and I bet out that way. If Texana is leading me to where I think you might be, I bet y'all got some big old critters out that way. Now, Clint, when I asked that question, you said, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, because we fished in the cold. Like I remember we fished New Year's Eve. It was me and Ian when we fished. We got up at 6 a.m. on New Year's Eve, fished a tournament, fished that tournament until 4. Weighed in, stayed out, fished until the ball dropped at midnight. Both caught a 4-pounder off a dock light at the same time. At 11:58, it was pretty cool. So we took like a video, like in the green lights, with 4-pound spots, and stayed fishing all the way through New Year's Day, and we got off the water at like 2 p.m. on New Year's Day. And it was like 28 degrees, I think, overnight.
okay." Did y'all hug?
But we were
and kiss?
smashing them. It was fun.
Did you hug and kiss when the ball dropped and all that stuff?
Yeah, we did. We did.
Okay,
We
just
actually, with the fish in between us, and then we would just do this with the fish.
Okay, all right, for sure. All right, Fisher, I'm gonna give you a specific question.
All right.
Because you fished that tournament on Carter's. Carter's, in North Georgia is known as one hell of a hard lake for a lot of people, and it even gets harder for them at night. But you had a couple of nice fish you were holding up. So you don't have to give me your juice and tell me exactly what you caught them on unless you just want to, but you can kind of give us some of the patterns that worked on Carter's Lake at night for you just recently.
Shallow, very shallow. Finding fish right up on the rocks, 1.5 feet, 2 foot of water, down to about 10 feet of water. I don't know who's watching. I don't know who I'm going to be competing against.
I got you. Yeah.
Friday, so I'm not going to say baits, but
for
shallow,
sure.
For sure.
Okay, but when you say shallow water on Carter's, that is a different ball game because that is a deep lake. So you're right up there. I get what you're saying, and listen, I respect that 100%. Because Mike up there, he's got some tournaments on Lanier and Hartwell coming up like that, so I know he ain't gonna give it all either. But let me ask you this: so how long was your tournament? When did it start? When did it end?
I think blast off was at 7 and ended at 12.
Okay. Did you experience at all a lull around dark right after dark? And I'll tell you why here in a second.
My partner caught a fish about 10 minutes into the tournament, and then I don't think we had another solid bite until roughly 10:30-ish.
Okay, that's fair enough. The reason I ask that is because if you guys go on our channel, we got the nighttime fishing video that Bill Payne, everybody knows Bill Payne around here in Georgia, put out. It's a really good video. I highly recommend you guys go watch it. But he mentioned that there is a lull in his mind that right about dark for about an hour or two, the fishing just seems to be not as good as before dark and then that last few hours. That's why I asked you that question. Geiger, when you fish at night, do you experience that same lull that Bill was talking about?
Yeah, there is. And the funny thing is, I've had nights that I've caught real good up to dark, and then it'd be 12 o'clock before I catch another fish, because most of my tournaments that I fish end at 2 o'clock in the morning at 2. So, but it's like that. Then I've had nights that I wouldn't catch a thing till about 9 o'clock, and then I'd catch them up till 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
and then catch one or two around 1:30 or 2 just before time to go in. It's like, it's crazy.
I get it.
There is a lull. There is a dead time in there, or there seems to be on the lakes that I fish around here now.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right, Jeff Pickwick have a lull.
Yeah, same on my lake. We usually go, I don't know, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock range, and we'll go fish deep stuff, until dark, and then we'll start moving in shallow. And it's usually right before dark. Usually we might catch some fish shallow, and then that's exactly right. It seems like an hour or better sometimes. You might get a hit or two or catch one, but it always seems to be, 9 to 10 o'clock range when we start, seeing more action. I guess it's, waiting on the fish to move, because I think a lot of them fish move up shallow at night, and we're just waiting on them to move up.
Yeah, that's what Kyle Brown said right there in his comment. Sounds like the fish are repositioning.
Yeah.
And so
that's what I think on my lake.
Repositioning or getting used to the change in the light in the light situation.
All right. And Fisher, let me throw that back at you as well, because I need to respect the fact that you're gonna be fishing the Carter's Trail. What about on Chick? When you fish up at Chickamauga, do you get that lull?
Yeah, definitely. And it's about the same thing. Right there before dark seems to be some really good fishing, and then maybe an hour and a half after dark, there's that lull period. Then an hour and a half, 2 hours after dark, that's when you start actually getting some more bites.
Okay, and Clint, I'm throwing that all. This is the reason I'm coming to you last, because on the show you've talked about bite windows and stuff like that. So, I mean, does this fall into that bite window category that you talk about? Because you mostly talk about that during the day, or is this something totally different?
I don't know if it's bite window as much as fish repositioning, like we've talked about. Like, I feel like there is a lot of transition period going on. I mean, when you have light for 16 hours of the day and then all of a sudden that goes away, I feel like there's got to be more of a fish transition turning on, as opposed to like those bite windows throughout the day where you have sun set up at a certain angle, or the moon phase, or whatever, currents generated, or depending on the fishery, or however it lays out. Like, I feel like bite windows is more real during the day, as opposed to at night. It's kind of more of those fish are moving around, and like you can target them all night, like using forward facing or whatever, but like they're only going to want to bite. So I guess the bite windows could be a thing, but I mean, it's like if you throw a cheeseburger down when somebody's sitting in the cafeteria versus you throw it at them while they're running a mile on the track, like it's going to be something a little bit different on how they engage with that said cheeseburger.
Well, you know me. I'm eating that cheeseburger at both
If you were walking on the track,
I would eat that
across to the hot dog stand and somebody threw a cheeseburger at you, you'd pick it up.
Hell yeah, I would. Let me hit this in real quick. So Bradley Robbins wants to know about our thoughts on glow-in-the-dark night crawlers for night fishing. Are they better than the regular ones? I'm just going to tell you this, and this is just my honest opinion, and this is from owning a tackle shop and fishing with. To me, the glow-in-the-dark, the chartreuse night crawlers is the biggest gimmick, one of the biggest gimmicks in all of fishing. Just go with El Natural, whatever you do. Now, these guys might, they might say something different, but every time I ordered for the shop glow-in-the-dark night crawlers, then things would die in the freezer, or in the cool refrigerator or whatever. You couldn't sell those things. So you guys, real quick, you gotta, and this is a real night crawler, not no fake worm. Y'all got any thoughts on that? No, anybody? Fisher?
About the only time I'm
this much.
Okay, go.
About the only time I'm grabbing glow-in-the-dark night crawlers is if there's not any regular ones left.
Okay, there you go. All right, fair enough. Fair. What was you gonna say, Jagger?
Well, I think I've seen the glow-in-the-dark night. Can't talk. Glow-in-the-dark night crawlers. Yeah, we're
almost there.
But I'll say this much: as far as anything with light on it, as bait's concerned, I've tried the I think it's Livingston, that have the clickers and the electronic. They got a little light in them and all that. I ain't never caught nothing on anything had a light on it. I put little glow in the dark things on them and lit it up and put them in, tried worm, all that stuff. I ain't never caught anything on anything that had a light on it.
Okay, that's fair enough. The only time I've ever seen anything like that work is if you go up to the Great Lakes and they get out there and they're trolling for those big Lakers and those king, the salmon and all that down 100 foot, they'll take the spoons, and every one of them that we were up there did that. They would shine that flashlight and then that spoon would glow. That's the only time is that why they hit it? I don't know. But that's the only time I've ever seen a fish actually get caught on one, and them guys believe in it when it comes to color, glowing, light kind of thing right there. So, all right, fair enough. But again, I think the glow in the dark night crawlers, the chartreuse, I think it's just a gimmick. Now, Kent's got one right here that I like. You ever throw a crankbait at night? And the reason I like this one was when I fished a lot more night tournaments on Lanier than I used to, while a lot of guys were throwing the big single blade Colorados, I was digging with a big old crankbait. I mean, just coming up the side of a hump, coming up a point. I had as much success with that. Well, I actually had more success with that than I ever did with the spinnerbait. So that's why I never really got caught up into the spinnerbait thing. I throw that, I even forget the brand, but it'd be either like a black with a little electric blue kind of, side to it, or black with a like glitter red, had a big old ass bill. And I mean, I was just digging that. Now, what about you guys? Crankbaits at night?
On occasion, sometimes.
You don't sound like you're bought into it like I was, though.
Well, I mean, it's hard for me to put down what's catching fish for me, So, and I'm either using the black spinnerbait or a drop shot. It's two opposite ends of the spectrum, but for some reason that's been good to me. Now we drag old monsters some too, just Texas rig old monsters, dark colors, plum, that type thing. But crankbaits, my buddy, when my buddy goes with me, if he starts catching on a crankbait, bet your ass I'm going to throw one too. Yeah,
fair
no shame here. If somebody else is catching on something, hey, you got any more?
Yeah, 100%.
With my stuff, but I don't do very much, every now and then.
I think it's an old school technique. So, Fisher, you being the young gun, throw crankbaits at night at all?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, if I can't catch them on anything else, I'll throw one just simply for vibration, knocking it off the rocks and stuff. Typically not very big crankbaits, not deep divers. Throw those shallow divers to mid divers, especially around rocky areas. I mean, it's proven technique. It is old school, but it still works.
Yeah. I think I would throw, I mean, that's about the only time of the year that I would throw the deep divers. You're running 15 to 25. Hiding that cigarette up there in that corner, ain't you, Mike? I told you it was all right, buddy. You ain't got to worry about that. How about you?
I'm not throwing a crankbait. I've tried it one or two times. I've never caught anything at night on a crankbait. Spinnerbait, big Colorado blade spinnerbait, black and purple, black and blue, or a black buzzbait, or black and blue chatterbait, or my worms. That's about it for me.
Okay, fair enough right there. Now, let's see. Mike Rice says, nighttime is the moon is bright. He's throwing a black spinnerbait with a big Colorado blade for sure. And now Texana, I hope I'm saying that right. Does that look like Texana? Is that how you guys would say it?
I mean, on phonics would say so.
Exactly.
Your closest one out there, Jeff, to Texas, or would that be Texas or Arkansas or Oklahoma? I mean, where would that exactly be? Don't they get kind of like Texarkana kind of places?
Well, there is Texarkana out there, and Texana's probably, I would want to say, like southeast Texas, if I had to guess.
He's probably like, the hell with this show. I'm not watching no more. They can't say it right. But he says,
Texas.
Oh yeah, the cones and the rods in their eyes are adjusting, and that makes a lot of sense too. We don't take into consideration the biology of the fish, but you know what? I mean, if you think about it, it's not too much different than us. Let's see. Did you send me that, Clint? I got a ding. I didn't know you were looking down.
No, I was looking up where Texana tackle is, and it won't pull anything up.
It won't pull it up. If you guys are like me, if I lay down right about 8:30ish, 9, I might go to sleep. But if I ever get past that little period and it becomes 10:30, then I'm up for another 5 hours or 6 hours. Y'all like that? I'm not saying a fish is like me or I'm like a fish, but I don't know. Maybe it's something in biology that will do that. So, all right, I got to ask this question because you said drop shot, Jeff. That's the last thing I would think of at night.
I caught that my personal best smallmouth at night on a drop shot, 6-pound smallmouth,
Well, what'd you have on it?
just a robo worm.
Okay, well, let me ask you, was it black?
Nope.
It was probably like a morning dawn. All right, now
Morning
hold on a
dawn.
second. All right, hold on a second. Why are you throwing a morning dawn worm at night, but you got to throw that black ass spinnerbait?
I don't know. And I don't know. You know, I've kind of switched on my drop shot. I use a Zoom, a little Ned bait for a drop shot bait now. Just nose hook that little Zoom Ned worm.
Yep.
I got robo worms in the boat that hadn't been out in 2 or 3 years once I switched over to that. And guess what color it is? Morning dawn.
Morning dawn. See, I still, you guys heard me fuss about it. Not fuss about it, but guys will throw, if you were throwing a shaky head in the same place, or if Geiger was throwing his, trick worm or whatever on the bottom, Texas rigged or whatever, y'all be pulling dark or you'd be pulling green pumpkin. But you take that bait off that thing and put it on drop shot, you take it 12 inches off the bottom and everybody's throwing
Morning
pink.
dawn.
So I'm like,
some variation. Margarita mutilator. I use that a lot. Yeah, they're all a variation of pinkish purple.
yeah.
I don't know why. I guess it's an everything deal, but it's for sure a Tennessee River deal.
Well, you know what I'm saying, though. You've heard me say that before on this show, like that
yeah.
color. All right, so Fisher, you're a young cat. Drop shot at night. You throwing it, or is that not even crossing your mind?
I can't even say that I've thought to throw one at night. I throw them a lot during the day, but I've never pulled one out at night and tried it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. What about you, Geiger?
No, and morning dawn is something that I have never caught a fish on a morning dawn, and I've tried. I cannot get the thing. No, I cannot get them to
That's
bite.
crazy.
Now,
Lake
listen,
Manahela, and I know guys. I've been fishing right beside guys catching him.
Yeah.
And I still can't get bit on a morning dawn.
so
I
what
don't think
you-
I can
throw my
name a
green
lake in
pumpkin
Western North
purple in
Carolina.
there.
I hadn't caught one.
They'll get bit
Yeah.
on it, and I'll get bit on the green pumpkin purple. Don't ask me.
so what you're saying is you don't have confidence in the morning dawn worm,
Not at all.
and that you don't need me to get that for Christmas for you.
No, I got enough in the boat now. I don't need no more.
Okay. But I always find it interesting. And now this is at night. Jeff, you're throwing that morning dawn and all that. I just kind of I don't know. There's something about morning dawn though that it works. That color makes zero
Can't
sense to
explain
me.
it, but it's always worked for me.
Peak a
South
day or
African special works too.
what'd you say?
South African special. That's
Well,
a good color at night.
South African special. Who makes that color?
You got to tell me what that
Zoom, there's a lot of different people make it.
Zoom
Get it in
makes a
trick
worm.
You can get it in brush hogs, baby brush hogs.
What color does it resemble? Because
It's kind of a black. It's black that's got, I want to say it's got all kind of reds, greens, and different colors sparkle in it. And I ain't got nothing in here, so I know I ain't got anything in here.
It's a dark
But
base. Is it a dark base? Or
Yeah, it's a dark bait.
Dark
It's
bait?
almost black. It's kind of resembling a June bug, only it's more black than the June bug color,
Right.
and it's got all that sparkle in it and stuff too.
Cletus is looking it up right now. I can tell.
Try.
Yeah,
South African special. I ain't never heard of something.
I'm surprised I hadn't. I thought I'd heard of everything.
Okay, well, while Clint's looking,
that's a good color, and there's certain times of years it's better. Clark Hill, around here, Burton, Seed, Raven. I've caught fish on South African special on all these lakes around here.
all right, let's see if you can get it closer. You gonna have to put it
Closer,
right closer. Come on. Okay, I can kind of see it. It is like black and it's got some red. Looks like it's got some silver. You guys will just have to go look. So all I know is go to Tackle Warehouse and buy out all their South African special. And if it don't work, we'll fuss at Mike Geiger about it. But
Well,
there you go.
don't fuss at me because I've still got a boatload of all different types of baits that are South African. I even got a crankbait and a jerk bait that are painted South African special.
Hey, for reference, this came up in the South African Special Forces logo. Looks like a Koigi to me.
Looks like a corky. There you go.
There you go.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to go as long as I can without the Koiki talk. We'll get into that here later. That's all right. Yeah, you brought it up. Patricia says it takes 2 hours to adjust for a bass's eyes to adjust. Brad Silvers wanted to know, Fisher, he said, I guess up early, he said, I'm guessing we fish against each other. How much did y'all have on Friday? You had 11 something, right? 3 fish tournament?
No, we didn't have 3 fish. We had 2 fish for just over 8.5 pounds. And,
Okay, well, that's a pretty good average.
Yeah, we fished pretty sloppy to say the least. I broke one off that was bigger than anything that we had, and then a couple of missed bites, a couple of fish that just came off, and
Well, hey, listen, that's fishing, right? That happens. That,
part of it.
That for sure. Atlanta Outdoors, dock lights. I keep small cast echoes and small hair jigs ready all year. Okay, very much. Here's our buddy Tom. Let's see what Tom is saying tonight and see if I can understand what the hell he's saying. All right, today on the lunch break, man, he was talking about some place out. It was crazy.
Talking about some rock stars and all kind of good stuff.
He hung out with the Warrant lead singer. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty. Tom, I love you, dude. I love you. You know, and you keep it interesting. Transition schooling, feeding up and moving deeper to bottom feeding. 5 to 2 a.m. deep points.
That sounds like a haiku.
Yeah, it does. For sure. All right, Jerry's got it.
Another word you don't hear on podcasts, haiku.
Haiku, that's right. All right, so Jerry said, other than basics, what additional safety tips or gear would you guys suggest for night fishing? I say a spotlight. If you got a partner, I'm a big spotlight guy. And I ain't talking about shining the deer up in the woods. I'm just saying, it never hurts to have somebody up there just kind of throwing that light out there a little bit. What do you guys say?
I got one in the boat. I don't use it all the time, but I got one in the boat if I had to have it. It's a cigarette plug where where I don't have to worry about batteries.
Okay, fair enough. What about you guys? Something other than the basic stuff. The clothing was good and all that.
Right here.
Yeah.
Something to cover your eyes. Ain't nothing worse than
Yeah,
going to the lake. And I'm not talking about going fast. I'm talking about running just up on plane. There's nothing worse than a big bug sticking in your eye.
Oh, right in your mouth. You're like,
oh yeah. Well,
I get it.
Yeah,
safety glass.
That's exactly what I wear. Some safety glasses, just some clear safety glasses.
Okay, all right. Fisher, you sitting here all of a sudden, you thinking like, good Lord, I'm stuck on this show with all these old guys, huh?
No, I'm enjoying it.
He's lying. I got to think about this answer.
Oh, I'm having fun.
Oh yeah, all my kids are older than he is, so I love it. This is great. Now, how about this, guys? Listen to this. Tennessee River bass. I got the single Colorado spinnerbait that no one has ever seen.
Well, I'm on
It's called a DS special. All right, now listen, you can't come on there, Tennessee River, and say that. We want to know what a DS special is.
Yeah, and what part of the Tennessee River is he on?
Okay, there you go. You already perked Brazil. Brazil said like, All right, our buddy War Eagle the best. Dadgummit, I knew it would be you. I knew it'd be you, War Eagle the best. The corky would work at night since it's moving a lot of water with the question mark. So let's throw the corky out there. Water displacement at night. You guys buying the corky for night fishing? Now, don't everybody holler yes all at once. I mean,
I ain't buying a corky at anything right now.
I know you don't throw it. Fisher, you're young and you're hip, and you seem like you would be a corky.
I'm gonna go grab a different phone charger right quick. This one's not working.
His phone's about to die. You go get it, buddy. You're all right. All right. So, Brazil, you and I kind of have the same feeling on the corky.
I'm not gonna say I won't do it, but my fishing partner gave me 2 of the Yamamoto unis, or however you pronounce uni, I think. Uni or uni. And
it works for me.
I rigged it, and I just put a nail weight in the bottom. I got a 3/0 single, just a straight shake worm hook, just hooked in the top of it. And I've thrown it a few times just to kind of see, what's it looking like in the water and all. And the first time I threw it, I just threw it alongside a dock like I normally throw my glides, and just started switching it back to the boat, and something just nailed it and didn't get hooked. Then I got hung up 2 casts later and almost lost it, so I put it up.
Oh, I got you there. So, Geiger, you kind of the same? You're not a Corky at night guy?
Yeah, I'm not. As of yet, I don't own any, but I got some ordered on the way. So I don't know whether I'll use them at night or not. We'll just have to see how things go.
I'm going Saturday night, and I tell you what, I may try it. I'll try it and let you know next week.
I may try it on one of them tournaments. I may try it on. I might try it on the Lanier next month, and I may end up fishing Lanier and Hartwell.
I'm not against the Corkies. I mean, I don't. I hadn't got that deep into them yet. But, you know, that's
What
like
was-
a jig head minnow. My jig head minnow journey had never even started yet. So
Me either.
That cause y'all old. Y'all,
That's
Clint.
right.
What was he showing?
Dude, there ain't no school like old school.
What is that?
That's the Corky fish.
You know,
A Corky fish.
And hang on, I want you to see something real quick.
Turn that thing.
Actually, I don't want to show it because it says the name of the lake, but November 23rd, 2025.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right. Okay. There you go. Hey, y'all. Did y'all see that right there? Texana tackle is in Oklahoma. Okay. See, I knew it could have been somewhere like that. Congratulations on winning the on baseball, college baseball. You guys, I don't know. Y'all pulled a rabbit out of your ass and got hot real quick all of a sudden right there at the end.
Hey, we did it in 2021.
Yeah, you beat the Dogs. So that's no good. But it was a good story with you guys. Y'all didn't hit worth it.
I'm Mississippi State.
Oh, well, nobody talks about Mississippi State on this show.
2021 and got it.
Yeah.
Well, get hot at the right time.
You know, that's that blind hog finds an acorn kind of saying, right? You know what I mean? All right, let's see here. But hey, I still appreciate you joining us, our buddy out from Oklahoma. I got
a bunch of buddies in Oklahoma. I love them Okies, boy. There's some good folks out there.
Okay, there you go. I fish mostly lighted areas, and most of the time I start with crankbaits. I have 3 toes. I hope he has 3 toes tied on right now, waiting on the dart. I don't know what he meant with that, but he's got 3 of whatever it was. D-Daddy fishing. I don't think you're throwing toes. But
toads?
Toads.
I know, but is he trying to say toads?
I don't know, maybe, but you remember that
maybe
guy?
He's voice texting. He's got a little drawl.
He might have a drawl, but you remember that guy that used
3 toes out there, son, up there on your toe.
You know, old Peg Leg that used to follow us on TikTok that had his toe or foot or leg amputated, and he's got his toes in a jar. He said he was going to take them down there and fish with him when he went to Florida. I don't know. I can't remember if he ever did that, but he has.
I think he tried to, but it casted it off or something.
I don't remember. I remember he was going to fish with a toe. You know, I would have liked to seen that. Jeff, you ever been to Toledo Bend?
Never have. I've been to Fork a bunch, but Toledo Bend's on the list. Rayburn, I got a friend that lives on. It's got a house on Rayburn, and you know how that goes. Come on down anytime you want, and it just never get around to it. But
that's right. Blunt. Let me read this. Let's see. Okay, Blunt 6415, a Corky style bait on a spinner bait at night? ? Hey, listen, these days nothing shocks me. So, you know, I would try it. Oh, good God. I was waiting for this one to finally show up. Damn. We're going to have to listen to Brazil talk for, the next hour and a half. I've been using glide baits and large swim baits at night. And all of a sudden, Jeff's interest piqued up, I'm sure, and Clint as well.
Oh, yeah.
Both of you. All right. So okay. Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
I'll throw some when I go Saturday night, probably.
Well, what are you throwing?
What, bait?
Yeah. I want the color. You don't live nowhere near us. I want the color and what you're throwing.
Okay. I usually got 5 on the front deck.
Okay.
There's a mix of KGB, bull shad, butt, Willie Pete. That's about covers it.
What color? At night, what are you throwing? Come on, Jeff.
Same as in the day. Shad colors. Shad colors.
Okay, again, you're throwing a morning dawn on your drop shot at night. You're throwing your shad colors on your glide bait at night. Why in the hell are you throwing a black spinner bait at night?
I don't have any black baits.
I just sold one on Marketplace actually the other day as a black and blue shad. I sold on Marketplace the other day.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough. You know I'm giving you a hard time. I love you.
I'll tell you what, one of my favorites is a bass pattern 9-inch ATV.
At night.
Anytime. Bass eat bass.
Yeah.
We call it bass on bass crime.
Bass on bass crime. They got that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me ask you, how you working it?
Thing.
At,
just bow chopping it.
Okay.
All
right. You gotta have you throwing it at lights or you throwing it like across points? What are you doing?
Around dock usually.
Okay. Round docks.
I don't like to throw it around a lot of brush or anything like that. I mean,
because they're expensive.
Yeah. Don't want to hang them up, you know.
But, I got it. I got it.
A 7-inch trick shad, it will do you anything you want. And the same old pattern, just old plain gizzard pattern, and it's what's in my lake anyway. I mean, I got bluegill glides, I got all kind of glides, but we're predominantly shad, so it's some kind of shit. It looks like, is that an oxbow?
It's a trashy, one of the threadies.
Oh, I didn't see it. Hold it back up. Hold it back up. You throw it at night?
Yeah.
Oh, why? Here we go. Okay. So how are you working yours at night?
Just the same way I would in the day. I like to fish them real choppy, just like an evading bait fish. And, I don't change anything at night, really.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, what are you throwing it on? What's your setup for that one? And, Jeff, I needed to ask you that question as well.
I don't have it in here with me. I've got a Leviathan Custom. It's their custom finesse series. It anywhere from a 1/2 ounce to 2 ounces, and then I've got that on a Daiwa Ryoga 1016.
What pound test you throwing?
I'm typically throwing it on 20-pound copolymer.
I like it. That sounds like a sweet setup. Jeff, tell me your setup for yours, and then we'll get to Geiger on this question.
300 cranks, three of my reels, 300 cranks, 25-pound P-line copoly, for all them big baits, 836 Dobbins bull shad rods. And I've got I think I've got a 806 Dobbins and a 795 Dobbins for the lighter baits.
Clint, they know their rods, man. They got their setups down like they practiced it. Like NASCAR. Look, he take a drink. You should have a Coke in your hand, like you're doing all these sponsorship things and NASCAR and all that. But they know their rods. They're specific. All right, Geiger, you throwing these big glides at night?
Nope. I don't throw them during the day.
Yeah,
I got a couple, but I think I've thrown them 3 times in the year that I've owned them.
Yeah.
Ain't caught nothing. Ain't even had no chaser. No, I'm lying. I did. I had a chaser chase it, but I couldn't get it to commit.
I like that term.
He had a chaser.
I've always called him a follower my whole life, but I will use chaser from now on. That's like it. Way better.
That's a Geigerism. It's a chaser. It's the chaser.
And if you ever catch one on a big glide, like a good fish, it's over.
It'll ruin you.
It's hard to
get.
Clint knows what
That's like the old saying about top water. If you ever catch, if you've never caught any on top water, and you get that first top water bite, that's it. It's over. You're hung. You're hooked.
A lot of my glide bait fishing, especially lately, has been close quarters. Actually flipping my glide bait. Just flip it out alongside a dock and bring it down beside a dock. And a couple of Mondays ago, I took off work and went fishing on a Monday, hoping there wouldn't be anybody out there, which I was mistaken there, of course. But, I'll flip up by a dock and bring it all the way down beside that dock. I got all the way to the end, literally about 6 feet from my boat, and about a 6-pounder come out and grabbed it right there in front of me.
Did you get it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, about 30 minutes before that, I caught a 5-pounder doing the same thing. And
nice.
That will ruin you.
Nice.
That's all I'm doing the rest of the day. It's going from dock to dock, and it never happens again. Sometimes it does, but
okay.
And you'd be surprised what bites some of those glides. I mean, I've caught plenty of 2-pounders on a big 9 and 10-inch glide. I mean, I don't know if they're trying to eat it or trying to mate with it, but
it's crazy. It's crazy
how
the little fish, like I fished a tournament on Fontana and I threw a glide a lot. The biggest fish I caught on Fontana was 213. I caught over 15 fish on that thing.
Sunday
It's like-
morning, I was
Well-
throwing a little small baby glide. It was only a 7-inch glide. And I caught about a 10-inch bass on a 7-inch glide, a 10-inch smallmouth.
It's the same thing as the daggum Jack Russell chasing a car down the road.
Yeah. What you gonna do with it when you catch it? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be like, yeah. Let's see. Drop shot at night. I've had luck on a June bug T-Mac, says Atlanta Outdoors. Tennessee River Bass. Listen, I'm sorry, we get talking. I get behind on the comments. He says, is that your email? Yeah, right there. It's DL Pruitt Jr. at PruittOutdoorMedia.com. So, yeah, send me that if you got something to send me. We're back on the South African thing. That's how far behind. Don't talk about that South African special. WB Harrington says it's a junk worm with a lot of black in it. There you go. Brad Silver says it's black with a galaxy of glitter. You got apparently I'm the one out of the loop. I was not aware of the South. No, it sounded like a soccer player to me or something. I didn't know with all the stuff going on. Depth is important. Fishing at night. The fish move bars. There's old Tom again. There you go. WB Harrington. Like you threw all your old. It's like you threw all your old worms into a pot, melted it, and made
That's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I
Yeah.
thought.
And I listen,
Yeah,
guy.
it had a little black color to it.
There you go. Listen, now Ken's you're making Ken Pruitt mad, Geiger. You're giving the good secrets away tonight, right there. Hey, now listen, he says that about everybody, so that's good though. But if Ken is saying that you're giving away the good secrets, then you're giving away some good juice. People need to be paying attention.
Well, the bad thing about it is I'll tell the people I fish tournaments with what I'm catching on. It's like I was when I started fishing, I got into club. I was told then the whole idea behind fishing in the club was to learn, and so everybody could get ideas from everybody and learn and stuff. Now, the first club I was in, you could ask them anything. They hid their poles, cut the stuff off their lines, but when they didn't have it tied on when they got in, and you never saw it when they come back because it was already put up, hid, cut. You never knew what they were throwing or catching anything on.
Yeah, welcome to the real world.
I don't care. I'm out there to have fun. I'm fishing tournaments. I fish for fun.
I tell people all the time exactly what I'm doing and exactly what.
Yeah, well, Fisher ain't telling us crap about Carter.
That's intellectual property, son. That's how it's going to make sense.
Yeah, and I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you. You got to fish against some of these guys. You never know who's watching in back. They ain't gonna comment or something. It might be guys that fish against you for sure. You never know. Tom says, fish bars, gravel, large, small, and miniature bluff walls. There you go.
It's spoken word poetry night.
Yes. Let me see if I can read that different. Let me try this. Fish bars, gravel, large, small, and miniature bluff walls. I can't do it. I can't be one of the guys to do that.
It sounds like an old Cherokee, like
he does. It might be some like Yoda, some like Yoda
eagles long
Yoda speak. That's right. Tell someone where you're going. That's a tip. Oh, that's back to being the tip about something not to do at night. Yeah, or you should do at night. 100%.
Yeah.
And Texas
we're talking about life jackets today too. That's another big one. It's just wearing your life jacket, and especially at night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about getting me one of them little hip packs that we always make fun of people for wearing all the time, because I've always thought about it. It's like I wear my life jacket anytime the big motor's cranked all the time, but it's like I never actually wear it when I'm up there fishing. And I always think about, what if I trip, slip, fall? I'm clumsy as hell, and then get knocked out, and you go in and you're gone. Like,
yeah.
Speaking something like that could help.
How's your toe from your fall in the shower?
It's healing up. It was bad, dude. It was the flap of skin that finally died came off. I had to cut it off this morning. It's still, I think it was like down to the bone. It was cut into the ball of my foot, like right here on my foot.
Like, I mean, listen, like you got like a death trap shower is what you were in. If it cuts you that bad, that's insane.
And it was just off that drain, the little drain plug.
Okay, so there you go. That's our Fish North Georgia tip of the day. Always inspect the shower for sharp metallic objects or whatever down at the bottom. You never know what you might get into. Coleman's being a smartass right here. I typically throw a Hellraiser on a DC reel at night to warn off the Bigfoots right there. So for sure, 100%. All right, Fisher, do you believe in Bigfoot or not?
I don't even know.
You don't even know.
It's not something I think about very much. I mean, we don't know what's out there, but
That makes one of us.
Yeah. Well, you come on this show. That's guys want to know. Bigfoot's gonna get brought up every daggum episode. Geiger, have I ever asked you?
Not yet.
All right. You believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah. I believe it's possible, but I'm having it's a hard thing it's hard with as many people that go cover as much area that they do, not for somebody to have a true good picture. All these pictures are always fuzzy and everything. I mean, you would think as many people, especially these days with everybody's got a phone, everybody's got a camera. I don't see how anybody could not have a true good picture.
I agree with you.
Or
man.
like the military, like with their technology being so far ahead.
Yeah.
Like how have they not shared anything of like, I don't know.
All right,
Well, they're
Jeff.
trying to tell us about the UFOs now, so who knows?
They got
Well,
big-
what's that to
they
distract
just
us
keep 'em
from?
secret.
Listen, I wonder you think the aliens are fish? You think they like fishing if they come down? You take one of them white, big-headed guys out there fishing. What would be okay? How about this? I know this ain't got a damn.
I think
thing
the
to do with it.
aliens are underwater. Why are we like that's the thing? You think about the what's it called, the Mariana Trench or whatever. That's just as far down as space is, So it's like, why don't we think about them coming up from down below? You ever seen one of them lionfish or them crazy stuff or anglerfish?
All right, but let me ask you this, and everyone, I want you to answer this. Aliens come, they finally announce it. We got aliens on the Earth tomorrow. Their leader steps off, and the president of the United States calls you and says, I need you to take from whatever the hell galaxy, Jazbot, whatever, Jazbot, whatever. I need you taking fishing tomorrow. What are you going to put on the end of his rod and reel? What's the bait you're going to let the aliens catch a fish with?
Koiki, because it looks like his sister.
I'm being serious. Is that what you give him, a koiki?
Yeah.
Mike's up there like
shaky head, green pumpkin man.
Shaky head too. That's the easiest thing to fish with. That's like a little kid. Give him a shaky head and turn him loose.
Yeah. Fisher's over there. He's like, "What in the hell have I got myself into?"
Look at turn.
Yeah, it did. Listen, and it will. We got this squirrel aspect of this thing. All right, Fisher, what you fishing with the alien?
Wacky rig. Just something simple. If
You
can't
win.
catch fish on a wacky rig, then
You just scored points right there, son.
He just kicked every one of y'all's butts with that answer. The wacky rig, even so simple, even an alien can use it. And that's from Fisher Lloyd right there. So that's perfect. Tennessee River Bass is on Gunnersville. Randy Callahan, our buddy, says, I'll be throwing a koiki on Lanier tomorrow night. There you go. Colin Steele, what's going on? Now, he's smart, though. Colin's a fisheries biologist. I stick with a few baits at night on tuna. Spinner bait, black or purple, of course. A jig, black and blue, or PB&J. Texas rig, or shaky head with a curly tail culprit. Sometimes a 9-inch worm. And that is about the simple. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is like some standard. Yeah, some standard. All right, here comes Tom. Let me see. Let me get my voice ready. Underspin with a grub. Moving over 40 feet. Tight line of bass head. Underspin. Lunkers. Tom, I love you, man. That's absolutely fantastic. Doug Rice, has anybody heard from Cranking and Yanking? We probably pissed him off talking about forward-facing sonar.
We probably should check in on him, man.
Yeah, I got it. I got his number. I'll text him tonight. Which I have. Listen, I made it a long time without talking about the koiki, and I've made it a long time pretty much without really talking about forward-facing sonar. So let me catch up on the comments, and then we probably need to cover that as well. Patricia says a small prop bait, crazy shad. Tom again. I fish my pencil bobber, 18 to 22 feet on a hook weight. next to the Eye of the Hook in Florida. Absolutely, that sounds pretty good. Jerry says, other than buzzbait, have you guys tried a walking topwater or a popper? What was that when a Sammy came out across the street, man? I could take a jet black Sammy and just freaking go all night long. So, but I ain't throwed it in a while. I mean, you know how Sammy came in and really hot and then it kind of left. What about you guys? Other than a buzzbait, what would be your next? Well, let me rephrase that. How many of you guys throw a buzzbait at night?
I throw one some, but I'll throw that walking bait too. I don't throw a pop or, and
Okay.
there's really no reason not to. But my number one top water walking bait is a walking bait anyway. So I tell you what I do like at night. That
Okay.
That I forget what their crawler bait's called. You know what I'm talking about? The crawler, it's got the little wings on it. Top water bait with little metal wings on it.
John Aldred has one. They come through and they're like, clapping.
Yeah, it's a crawler bait.
Jitterbug?
No. It's one of those where the water opens it up and makes it close. It's kind of like a spray thing.
They're closed and they open up. It's a crawler. That genre of bait is a crawler. There's a lot of custom builders make crawlers. But
like I remember the Defiant crawler that was like a bird.
Yeah,
kind of like that.
Yeah,
that's kind of like that.
That Spro makes one. I forget what they call it. A creeper, I think. Spro creeper. I use that thing at night. I started using that last year at night. That thing right there works pretty good. Just the commotion it makes and the sound it makes, it's different than anything else.
Jitterbug.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say,
and it's
Mike.
Similar. It makes a similar sound that a jitterbug makes. You know, that bloop, 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 bloop. But yeah, he's got the sound down perfect.
Both of y'all, you're like your internet dragged at the perfect time for that right there. Well, I mean, Father Time, that's what he likes. He loves the old school jitterbug. So, all right, Fisher, do you throw buzzbait at night any at all?
Buzzbait, yeah.
Okay, so if you're not throwing a buzzbait, what kind of walk? What did you say earlier? You said it was a walking bait you threw.
The KVD Sexy Dogs.
Okay, that's right. I remember that. But you mess with a popper at all?
Not really, no. I don't.
Okay, fair enough. Geiger.
I have thrown a Bagley's Bangalore. Matter of fact, my first 10-pounder, 10-pound plus, come off of a Bangalore on Seed Lake back about 25 years ago.
Let me tell you why I'm laughing. I asked that question. He puts his hand on his chin. He's rubbing it like he's the most interesting man in the world in that damn beer commercial right there. And he goes, my first 10-pounder. I'm like, damn, how many 10-pounders you got? But I'm just playing with you like that. So now what was it on again? I couldn't help it. I got caught up in the interesting man thought.
Bagley's Bangalore.
Has
tail spins and it just fish it like a topwater. Just jerk it a couple times and let it set, and then twitch it a couple more times. And I never heard a splash. Never heard no splash. All I heard was a.
Oh, you get the toilet bowl.
Yep, and line went tight and it was on.
All right, how many 10-pounders have you caught, dude?
2.
Okay, all right, good. Both
of them come off of Seed Lake up here, and both of them come at night. One of them is 2 o'clock in the morning. The other was about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. One was in June and one was in October.
Which one was in
20-something years apart?
Well, if you're going to do it, space it out like that for sure.
I'd rather not. I'd rather catch one. And I'd love to catch one in tournament time.
Hell, I don't know why I said that way.
What are you talking about?
I hope you catch one every daggum day, Mike. You know, my bad.
Out to
now
lunch,
you're going to bore me.
No, listen, I'm still thinking about the most interesting man in the world thing. You know how my brain works. Max Chanel. Okay, yeah, squirrel. All the things that we've been told by the government now was reported by the National Enquirer in the 70s. You know what, dude? You're 100% right. And I know that, Fisher, you ain't got no damn idea what the National Enquirer is. That was before your time. Because I learned about Elvis, Kennedy, all that stuff from the National Enquirer. Clint, you probably don't know what that is either.
No.
Why? It was that thing. It was like a newspaper kind of thing. That was like the TMZ before
Oh yeah,
TMZ.
on every grocery store
Yep.
checkout line.
Yep.
You know who was sleeping with who, why, all the conspiracy theories, and like that was a big time back then. But it was
Oh
TMZ in
yeah.
print form back in that. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Max. That's a good call right there. Justified 98. Jeffro be throwing glides right there for sure. Doc Holliday, the man who gets to go fish with Brooks Anderson about once every 2 weeks. Saw a bumper sticker today that said Bigfoot doesn't believe in you either. And he probably does not, for sure. Tom says fish. Okay, here we go. Clint, read that.
Fish behavior is aggressive as a card player. It's going to card your ace, Facebook card. It is wild casino with 4 aces.
Like, Tom, whatever you're on, dude, I need some.
The peyote, son. He's up there.
I mean, like, you and I, I love it.
Spirit world, I think.
I love it though. He always makes it interesting right there.
Son.
And listen, Fisher, I hope your mama's not watching anymore. And if so, we apologize.
All right, no doubt.
We're sorry, Mrs. Lloyd.
I see Bigfoot at Waffle House.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
Her name is Tina.
Yeah, Tina, my butt. A Bagley's ET. Okay, there you go. Solid choice. Again, Tom. Bass behavior is aggressive as a card player. Takes your card lure, your aces. Okay, I get what he's saying now. I get what he's saying.
No, you don't. You're just trying to move on.
No. What he's saying, it takes your good stuff, your aces, right? Joe Bennett, horny toad at night. Okay, hey, listen, it makes sense. It's a buzz bait, little subtle, but I do know. I tell you this: I fished with Sheffield at night, and if there is light on a dock, and it doesn't have to be a green light, like light on a dock, especially on a walkway on the back side of a dock. I have seen that man take that boat and go up, and he's looking under that dock where that light is. And I mean, we have seen some giants on Lanier, and he'll scoop back up, kind of get away, and he'll throw that horny toad up in there, and it's just like it would be really freaking amazing. But that's a good call right there, Joe Bennett. Jitterbug there, Coleman said. Let's see here. We're getting close to catching up. Black Jitterbug. Brad Silver says, at night, do you find that fish hold closer to the bottom in heavy current, or do they hit the bank? And that's a pretty good. I know how many of you guys, like Chick might have more current than Carters unless they're pumping. They don't pump Carters at night, right?
Not very much, no.
Okay. So you might can answer that on Chick. Any of you guys, current at night, what's it do to the fish?
Anytime I fish current at night, sometimes we fish them below quick down, not in the tail race area, but on further down. I fish the same places that I do in the day. Little current breaks, on the bank. Any little thing on the bank that sticks out and makes a little break. Same. I fish same places. I don't know, but
Okay.
I guess I can't answer that. I don't know if they do anything different or not. I fish the same places I do during the day.
What about you, Geiger?
There ain't a whole lot of current on the lakes I fish around here.
Yeah, I know, right?
If they pull it, you usually can't really tell it. But so I'm like Jeff. I don't think I can answer it because I couldn't tell you any difference one way or the other.
Okay, well, Fisher, save this question. Current at night, what's it do to the fish? In your best guess.
I kind of just approach it the same way I would during the day, especially fishing the TVA stuff, fishing Chickamauga, Nickajack. I have more luck during the daytime, more current. I call it the TVA curse. I'll get out there on Thursday, Friday, find some really good patterns, and then come Saturday, they shut off the current flow, and it pretty much just screws the pattern. I don't really see why it would be much different during the nighttime hours. I think those fish are still going to set up the same, more so because the bait's still doing the same, really. They're still sitting there staging, waiting on bait to come by, waiting for forage. So I don't really think it would make a whole lot of a difference.
Okay, fair enough. Clint, what do you think about them answers?
I mean, I kind of agree with what Fisher was saying. Like, I feel like it's about the same.
Yeah. So, Brad, in other words, we don't have a clue. We don't know. We're just going to say it's going to be about the same, pretty much. That's fair. I mean, to say you just fishing the same way. I cannot believe the jitterbug has not been mentioned now that we've caught up to that comment. So now you've heard that it's been mentioned. Max says a 12-inch jelly worm, Carolina rigged, and a big single Colorado blade spinnerbait. Jitterbug for top water or an old nippiditty?
Nippiditty.
Anybody throwing a nippiditty?
Nope.
Anybody know what a nippiditty is?
Oh yeah.
Look at
I
fish.
used to throw those growing up.
I've
is
never
it?
had that.
Okay, what is it, Clint? What's a nippiditty?
I don't know how to describe it.
It wasn't that damn. Didn't leave that good of an impression on you then. Huh? Either you don't know how to describe it or you don't want to describe it. Which one is it? Or
I think he froze.
he froze up. Look at that. There must be something about that damn nippiditty right there, boys. Clint, you froze up about the nippiditty. So we'll move on and we'll see. We'll leave Clint right there in an eternal smile right there for sure. So y'all can picture that. And did you know, Fisher, he's an underwear model?
Really?
Oh yeah. No, yeah. Next
Sounds
time,
like-
yeah. When he was your age.
Ask him about it when he gets back.
Yeah, well, I'm not lying, buddy. I'm not lying. We just learned that about him a week or so ago. Heading crazy crawler. Let's see. Bottom line outdoors. Give the Space Invader a whopper plopper. That'd probably be what I would do too. Let him listen. Take that damn thing home with you, for sure. Yeah. What about a plopper? Yeah, absolutely, Michael. Hey, Clint. Oh man, you had a nice smile, and we were telling Fisher that you were an underwear model.
Nice.
Yeah, just evidently it wasn't that great. He didn't do it but one time, so he didn't impress nobody with it. Nope. Tennessee River Bass says a 10-inch Berkeley Power Worm, black blue tail. I find black and blue works just as good in the daytime as it does, and even in clear lakes too. That's a color. Tom is laughing at us. He goes, he right there. Here's a good question for you guys, for you northern guys. What do smallmouth do at night? I've heard they like sunlight, suspended sunlight more. Opposite of smallmouths or largemouths. So smallmouths, nighttime. What are we doing for that? I mean, have you got on them up at Chick, Fisher?
Not necessarily. No, I typically more so just try to target the largemouth during nighttime hours. I don't have any experience with them during the night, or with smallmouth during the nighttime hours. I have done fishing up north, smallmouth fishing, but not during nighttime.
Not during the night. Could you imagine being out on the Great Lakes and waves like that at night for that? I'd be puking.
It's got to be free. Did you see Paul Marks and Tucker up there just getting throttled?
It's
giant waves going on right now.
That takes balls, is all I can say.
Did y'all talk about the nippiditty at all?
Yeah, we're getting ready to. No, we ain't got to it. I was waiting. I was catching up with this stuff.
I meant when I froze up.
Oh, hell no, because none of us knew what the hell it was.
Oh, it's just a fat prop bait is all it is.
Okay, all right, because Doug says nippiditty is an awesome topwater bait. Do they still make them?
I don't know. I know I've got a couple of them, but I haven't bought one in 15 years probably.
Yeah, Kevin Gray says nippiditty is like a prop bait. And then Jerry Catula said he didn't freeze up. He's just stalling right there, like he didn't want to tell us. Because right when we did it, you kind of went and just froze up. That's what you was doing. It's a nice little.
Nice.
It's almost like Forrest Gump kind of smile. It was great. I don't know why I said Forrest Gump. It's just first word come out. Patricia says, Granddaddy always believed in Bigfoot up that ass. Patricia, you and Tom must be on the same stuff tonight. Tommy Lloyd says, hey, Fisher, or Tammy says, hey, Fish. Either she's saying, like, dude, you need to get off of this show or quit hanging out with these guys, or she's saying, hey, again. I don't know. So,
she's just letting you know she's still here.
That's what she's doing. That's what she's doing.
Still here, so we don't talk any more junk.
Yeah.
Well, guys, hey, this will be Fisher's first and last show here at the Fish North Georgia podcast. So, while you were here, buddy, we had an absolutely fantastic time, and we wish you success. And I hope I don't get you grounded or anything like that. So,
no, you're good.
Okay, good. I promise you, Tammy, he hears worse at the boat ramp on them Friday night tournaments. I bet he does.
Not wrong at all.
Yeah, I'm not. That's like when I have gotten emails from moms. about my kid watches this show, and you guys shouldn't say this. And I'm very nice, but I'm like, your kid probably hears more in the hall on the way to class in the morning, worse stuff than you're going to hear here.
Yeah.
So
He could be listening to worse podcasts. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I know. We got that out of our system back a few years ago. We're not near as bad as we used to. We got
That is
sponsors.
true.
We got sponsors now. we got to do. Let's see. A Nipodee is a double prop bait. There you go.
Kind of like a tiny torpedo.
Yeah, very simple. Yeah, it's like a long, like more of a bait fish shaped.
Is it
Mike's sitting up there like,
head and bait? Who made them? Y'all know?
Was it Hedden?
Head made the tiny torpedo, right?
Oh yeah, they make.
Uh,
I'm talking about the nip.
I think wasn't it like
Nipper
South
Daisy,
Bend
whatever.
or something?
What are we talking about here? The nips or daisy?
All right, hold on a second.
I think it's South Bend makes the
South Bend?
Nipodid.
Oh, Tammy's your sister?
Tammy's my mom.
Well, she said sister right here in the comment section. So I mean,
My sister might be on her phone. There's no telling.
okay.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. Nice. How you doing? Let's see. I just Googled it. I got some Nipodiddies that he bought last year from a gas station. It's Lure L-U-H-R.
Lure
Jensen.
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 Lure Jensen. Never threw them.
Huh.
And Tennessee River said the same thing. You got them at a gas station. Interesting right there, he said. Okay. All right. I've made it an hour and 30 without talking about this, but let's go ahead and talk about it. Forward-facing sonar at night. How do you use it? If you use it at all. And you being a young kid, Fisher, I'm going to let you have that one first because that's supposedly all you guys can fish with, and you guys are the experts. So tell us about it. You fish with it at night, and how do you use it?
Guys make that assumption a lot.
Yeah.
Since I am younger, that's about all I'm good at. I will just go ahead and say that if I can get away without using forward-facing sonar, then I'm happy with it. I'd really rather not use it. But Carter's, for say, is one of those lakes where I would much rather have it than not have it.
Mhm.
As far as using it at night, you got to know what you're looking at pretty much because you don't have that sunlight. Your system's not going to make its own light. So you're seeing a lot of blobs on the screen.
Right.
And differentiating between what's a fish and what's not a fish is pretty simple considering what's not a fish is not going to be moving, but it does make it a little bit more difficult. It's nowhere near as clear.
You targeting structure or what you looking for first? Or are you running? Let me ask you this on Carter's. Do you do like the guys on Lanier do? You know where your spots are. Do you run even at night? Get down, drop, look. I don't like it. Go to the next one, or do you stay a while?
Really just depends. So if I'm targeting structure at night, like if I know exactly where a brush pile's at, I'll go to that brush pile, scan. If I don't see fish on it or fish around it, then usually make a cast, see if I can pull a fish out of it, and then go on to the next spot. If it's more so we're starting at a point and then we're going to move our way down, say fish the bank, then we'll keep scanning that bank while we're going, but we'll take time to actually pick an area apart rather than, just checking structure, leaving, going checking more structure.
Okay, that makes sense. But Carter's ain't that big. So do you find that when you guys do that, you're basically in a merry-go-round with boats?
Sometimes.
I mean, how big's Carter's? What is it? 3,000-4,000 acres?
Yeah, some odd. Well, that goes back to, we most of the time are fishing a lot different than other guys are fishing. I mean, I know there's guys that'll go up the river at Carter's and throw those big black spinner baits, and that's all they'll do all night. They'll lock that in their hand, throw spinner baits. I know that there's guys that will go drag a shaky head, go drag finesse, and yes, to an extent, it can be a circle of somebody is fishing your spot. Whenever you pull up, they move down the bank. You go in and check that spot behind them. They may have already thrown at fish. They may be using forward-facing sonar for those fish, but that just goes back to the fact that no two people fish the same for the most part. So if we're throwing something totally different than them,
I like it. Good answer. Mike, you getting comfortable back there? You all right? Huh?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Is it past your bedtime?
No.
Okay,
I
good.
need
You
to
just
close.
get comfortable. I like it. That just means he's comfortable with the show. All right, forward facing sonar at night. You using it?
Only to see brush piles and things like that. I don't try to spot fish and do that. I hardly ever use it for that, even during the daylight.
Okay,
It's mainly
All
for
right.
structure
Fair
out in
enough.
front of it, so I know what I'm throwing at.
Okay, all right, Mr. Pickwick.
Don't have it.
That's right. I was sitting there thinking in my mind. This is honest to God's truth. I was sitting like one of these guys. I didn't know it was Fisher. I was like one of these guys doesn't use it. You don't have it on your boat
I
at
don't
all,
even
do you?
have it. No,
Are you
I-
are you are you anti or you just don't
not.
want
It'll
it?
slow him
No.
down.
It would. It would.
Yeah,
I'd have
Slow
to
the
have.
boat down.
I'd have
it's
to have
drag
two
on the boat.
graphs up front for mapping and for forward facing, and I guess I don't know if I can do that. That might make the boat. I'm gonna tell you what. Would make it act a little funny. My trolling motor's mounted straight in line. It's not across like most of them are. There's a whole lot of nuances to my boat. But
I didn't even think about that, but I guess it's like when guys go from lead acid to a lithium and the back ass of a boat raises up a little bit. Anything can kind of throw it off.
Yeah.
But I guess
can-
at 100 miles an hour it would.
I don't have it. I'm not against it, and I might have it one day. One of my fishing partners got it, and a couple of weeks ago he came down and brought his boat, and it was kind of neat.
Oh, kind of neat.
Yeah.
What was you gonna say, Clint?
I was just gonna say I could tell you who's got the slowest boats on the tour, and it was definitely Koya Fujita and Taku back when they didn't have a screen limit because that thing was a big spoiler up on the front. They had the big 22s up front.
Which did Trent? Which one of those did Trent rig?
Both of them.
Both of them.
He
I knew it was
rigs both their
one. Both of them.
Yeah.
Because I bet he put like the brackets and all that would have to go
Oh
in
yeah,
those.
yeah.
boats.
He
That's
had to
like
make
heavy
a quad.
duty,
It
man.
was he had 4 12s for Brian New up front, and it was 24 inches by 24 inches up front. It was like a big spoiler on the front.
And I sit in the center of my boat too. I've got to look straight out the nose. I can't have nothing real big right in front, and you sit down in my boat pretty deep too.
Listen, his ass is driving a missile, is what
Yeah.
he's telling you right there.
Yes.
He's like Snoopy on the back of a missile, is what he is. There ain't no going side to
You
side.
sit down in my boat pretty deep too.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, here's a Chick or Nick question right here from Brad. At night on Chick or Nickajack, do you focus on ledges or flats or pockets or docks? Any of you guys at night?
I personally like fishing. I mean, docks and grass more so than anything else. Chester Frost is one of the real popular areas on Chickamauga. We fished a kayak derby out there last year. That was one of those tournaments starts at like 8 o'clock and ends at like 2 in the morning, and we fished that on Chester Frost, and that was a really fun tournament. And just because that area is covered with grass, a lot of shallow water, but you also have a lot of docks that you can target, flats. There's pretty much anything you want to fish, you can fish out there.
You fish a lot of kayak tournaments.
Yeah, that's mainly what I do. So
We got to get him hooked up with Alex.
Yeah.
You know, on Wednesday night we have a kayak podcast.
I think whenever I was scrolling through there earlier, I seen you and Miner on there, so I figured it was probably kayak related.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hook you and Alex up together. That way y'all can talk about that. But let me ask you though, if you had your preference, Tupperware, glitter rocket.
I started off fishing in bass boats. Love bass boats. I can do a lot of stuff in a kayak that I can't do in a bass boat. And I have a lot of people just boat ramp, dock, whatever. They'll ask me, how much you got in that thing. Tell them, ballpark 10 grand. And they're like, well, why didn't you just buy a boat? Well, believe it or not, I've seen a guy win a boat tournament, a boat derby out of a kayak, and had a cooler on his boat that he had rigged up as a live well. So I always just look at him and say, well, I can fish a boat tournament out of a kayak, but I can't fish a kayak tournament out of a boat. So
That's a t-shirt.
It's a good point.
I did that. I did that in college. I had a Yeti cooler. That was my seat in my kayak, and I won a boat tournament on Fontana.
There you go.
Rig, and so it can be done, boys.
Okay, there you go. But I am, if you don't mind, Fisher, me giving you just giving your name to Alex, and maybe y'all can touch base, and that way y'all can do like a really one-on-one and talk about kayaks, since that's right up your wheelhouse. Geiger,
Yeah.
any, I mean, do you fish Chick or Nick at night? Okay,
No, I ain't made it over there yet.
yeah, okay, for sure. All right, bottom line outdoors, is the devil horse a bait to use at night? It's prop bait.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
in Florida in February.
Yep.
I think it'd work. I mean, why wouldn't it work if you're going on? I mean,
Yeah.
prop baits have been brought up tonight, so I would assume if you're into that, devil horse, there's always a
Yeah.
possibility.
Oh yeah.
Tom, this sounds like it's engine, like you can do it as Indian. Rowboat guide, yes, super FFS. I mean, I don't know how to say that. Rowboat guide, yes, super FFS. Tom, you're in Florida, right? We might need to hook up at ICAST. That's coming up in a
Florida
couple weeks.
man.
Hey, that's coming up in a couple weeks. So, and then Max says everyone fishes different at night in terms of speed. Are you slowing to a crawl or covering water? Water. I've been reading too much. I've been reading too much of Tom's stuff tonight. Everyone fishes different at night in terms of speed. Are you slowing to a crawl or covering water? Are you shallow or deep? Geiger, start off with that one.
I'm doing about the same as I do during the day, mainly because if I'm not throwing a buzz bait or one of the others, I'm dragging that worm one way or the other, whether it be a shaky head or a Texas rig. So I'm targeting my usual from the bank out to about 15, 20 foot.
You know what? If I ever make a Civil War documentary, I want you to do the voiceover. He got that old, he got that Southern drawl, don't he, Clint?
Oh yeah.
If I ain't throwing a buzz, baby.
Shame to be from Florida and sound like somebody from North Carolina, ain't it?
Well, listen, it's pretty good. Now, just do me a favor. Say this one time. At the Battle of Gettysburg, say it for me.
At the Battle of Gettysburg.
Yeah, he got that shit.
Yeah, that's locked in. That's a lock.
That is a lock. If I ever do it, or if I know somebody that needs a voiceover for a Civil War reenactment, dude, I'm giving it
right there.
That's
Nobody
right
needs AI for that voice.
No, absolutely. Okay, all right. I don't even remember what the hell question I asked. Oh, here we go. There you go. All right, there we go. All right, what about you, Jeff? At night, slow or fast?
Same as during the day. You can't fish a big spinnerbait with a big number 6 blade too fast anyway.
Hey, what do you throw yours on? I didn't ask you that. What are you throwing your big spinnerbait on?
Just a 7-foot medium heavy.
Is it Dobbins?
No, hammer.
Didn't you?
I got a bunch of hammer rods.
Hammer rods. Okay. All right.
Hammer was the local guy.
Okay.
I don't know who he sold it, but I still got a bunch of them. Hammer rods. Just a 7-foot medium heavy. Just 6.4 to 1, 7.5 to 1, somewhere in that range.
Okay. That's what I was getting ready to ask you. What's your gear ratio?
Standard spinnerbait stuff. I mean, nothing fancy. 7.5's the fastest thing I got on my conventional stuff.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Fisher, I think I know the answer to this, but you go ahead, answer that question.
About the same.
Yeah, every one of you are going about the same as I am there today.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting. You just don't change nothing tonight. You just stay with your strengths, what you like to do, and that works for you guys. Kevin Gray, yeah, a lot of you guys. I was hoping that John would show up in the comments. He's probably driving back home. I don't know if it was mentioned earlier, but we gifted John G his new kayak this afternoon. Yeah, I wanted John to say it. I didn't know what all needed to be put out, but yeah, that is totally cool. You all, and then with Festive Waters, I believe, like I said, I know, and I think, Blair from up north, I think a lot of you guys had a hand in it and stuff like that. A lot of people. So I didn't know who to really say that, but regardless, the fact that you guys, did you know about that, Clint? You saw it, didn't you?
I saw it in the group today. Yeah. Like, pretty awesome.
Pretty cool, because he didn't think he was coming up he thought he was coming for something different.
Yeah, he thought he was coming to fix it or drop something off or whatever.
And they bought him a brand new loaded out, decked out kayak. So that's pretty awesome for sure. Oh, yeah. And I can tell you, knowing John, you don't know what that meant to him. And that's just class. So I like it. So for sure. Patricia says you have to be super quiet and let the bass come to you. I'm telling you, you and Tom are like related. And if y'all were single, we might need to get y'all like dating or something like that. I ain't no telling what the hell y'all would say. Get you two together in a room. That would be fun. I like
Fish
to hear.
North Georgia mingle.
I will marry you. I can do that. I'm internet ordained. I still anybody out there that ever wants to get married on the podcast, it's free. Just let me know. We'll do it. We'll set you up right there. All right. We let Clint. We'll do it. Clint. I'm all right. Clint, you gonna let me marry you?
I've honestly thought about it.
I will in a heartbeat, dude. In a heartbeat.
I've thought about it. We just don't know where it's going to be yet. But
Why can't we do it on the? Why can't we do it on the? Can we televise it though on the show?
I'll let you pop up. I'll get a camera set up in the back.
Now you would let me. Will she let me?
I mean, I'll just be like, yeah, that's her videographer in the back.
Okay,
he brought some help.
Meanwhile, it's going across all our social media platforms and all that.
Streaming everywhere.
And
22 viewers at my wedding.
Yeah, here's the thing though. The photographer is going around like, don't take no pictures. That's my job.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
yeah.
everybody's
There's a
watching
phone
it.
basket. Everybody put their phones in here, and Danny's over there.
I'd be doing the officiating. We'll just do like a lens right here on the camera or something. We'll figure it all out. So
Tried to get my wife on the camera here, but she wouldn't do it. She just walked up right by me.
She too good for us?
Dana? Danny said, are you too good for them?
Dana, come here.
Come here.
Come here, Dana.
Dana, come here.
I've married 7 couples so far, Kevin.
How many have stayed together?
All 7.
Okay.
All
good.
7. Come here, Dana. How are you, honey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And let me tell you something. Bless your heart. You must have a ton of patience right there with that man right there. So thank you for coming on. How many kids? You got kids?
I got 2. Got 2 grandkids too.
I hope they all look like her, not you.
I appreciate that.
All right, they do. I hope they do. You did well for yourself.
My granddaughter looks exactly like her.
Well, that's good for her. There you
Yeah,
go.
A lot of people see them in public and think my granddaughter is her daughter.
Well, you outpunted your coverage, big guy.
I sure did. Not
There
afraid
you
to
go.
admit that.
Well, tell her I said thank you for showing up and bringing some class to the show.
She said,
But okay, there you go. All right. Well, anyway, guys, we've been going an hour 50. It's about time to bring this to an end. But I want to tell you guys, listen, Fisher, number one, you, because it was very short notice, dude. Like I said, I saw your picture on the brag board. I'm like, I'm just going to invite this kid. Now we know that you fish tournaments, you fish kayak tournaments. So I hope you'll start watching the show, number one. And like that, but I want to get you hooked up with Alex, and maybe you guys can work on some of the kayak stuff. But I appreciate you jumping on tonight, and tell your mama thank you, and just listen, just go wash with some disinfectant soap. It'll rub off anything that we did. You'll be okay in the morning. It'll be good. And again, like Geiger, with you, buddy, you've been watching this for a long time, and listen, I tease you about coming in late and all that, but one thing that I want to tell you, and Jeff, this is for you too. You have no idea how much it means when I turn on one of these cameras and I see you guys in the comment section. That goes for everybody that watches this show. So listen, it means you're crazy, number one, that you ain't got nothing better to do than listen to us. But I like crazy people. But seriously, thank you for coming on tonight and talking about it. I hope we can get you back on again in the future. Jeff, you, Mr. Glide Bait, and your missile boat. Thank you. Thank both of you guys.
I enjoyed it. Thanks for having me. I'll come on anytime.
Well, absolutely, like that, and we'll do it. I like these, community episodes. And Clint, again, let's go ahead and let's start working on them marriage plans, buddy.
Sounds good.
All right. So with that, guys, we're going to call it a night. Huh? Oh, yeah.
Boys for tots. We'll try to come to that.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
I'm glad you said that, because let me kind of drop this a little bit. So it's been worked on. I am taking it over. Ryan and Tony and them at Fishers of Hope are going to help. But also, as soon as he gets back, the guy that put on the expo, the Georgia Outdoor Festival and Expo, Gary Lamb with Black Sheep Promotions, I'm going to bring him on. And this year, it's going to be more than just a bass tournament. We want to make it an event.
What's the date?
So I'm bringing,
The date.
It's generally it's December 12th, right about that time.
Okay.
So we'll figure it out. But there's a lot of moving parts going on. But I don't want it just to be a bunch of people showing up. I'd like to have wherever we get it, like it might be like a 4 or 5 hour event before you guys come back. You know what I'm saying? And so when you get back, we're partying hard. There's a band going. You know, we got the atmosphere and everything. But it'd be good. And Silverpunk says he is looking for a boat partner for the Fishers of Hope tournament for John on August 1st. If anyone with a boat needs a partner, and so hopefully we can help you hook up with that. But you guys, listen. You guys on tonight, thank you very much. You guys in the comment section. God, I love the hell out of you. You guys are absolutely fantastic. And so with that, we're going to get out of here. Going to go eat a pizza. Yeah, Clint, I got me a thin crust jalapeno pepperoni and onion pizza waiting for me, and I'm going to eat the whole thing.
Good.
While I'm watching the Braves game tonight. But got that. But you guys be good. Got Alex tomorrow night. And then Thursday night, I'm going to murder the name, but I believe it's Bryson O'Dean.
Bryce Osteen.
Bryce
Osteen. Sorry.
Osteen.
Yeah, I murdered it too. Osteen. Yeah.
Osteen. If you don't know who he is, you need to know because he fishes with Dylan Akins and Brooks Anderson, all that. He's from Florida. Dylan says he is an absolute hammer and a personality. He couldn't come on tonight when I first talked to him. He's going to come on Thursday. So we'll have that going for you with the rest of the guys. So with that, you guys go to bed. Thank you guys again very much. Appreciate it. Love you guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Stay safe, everybody.
Yeah, I'll do a lunch break tomorrow at 12. So you guys be good.